Welcome, Tao Chowers. This is Jewel. I'm thinking about fasting today because I'm driving home from my elder lady that I care for, and I'm hungry. So I'm thinking, fasting is a thing now. They're talking about it. It's interesting to see what all the fads are because we go through all of them in a timely way. We go through our eat fat, don't eat fat, eat carbs, don't eat carbs, do this, do that, follow me, blah, blah, blah. So the latest one is fasting, and there's all these different fastings. And there's the one where you wait 16 hours and this and that and the other. But my thing is that I get really hungry, and when I get really hungry, I get nuts. So I can't go for a long time. But what I find is I'm like a 12-stepper. In other words, one day at a time. But for me, with food, it's 1 hour at a time. Right on. So 1 hour at a time, I can be hungry. So I didn't have breakfast. I had coffee with, did I have my mushroom powder? Maybe not. I don't even think I had any of my supplements this morning. So I'm fasting from all my vitamins and my supplements and all my bullshit. I had a nice cup of coffee for breakfast. And that's all I had. It's now 12:30 and I am getting hungry. So I'm thinking about fasting, right? And this actually feels good. This hunger, it feels good. But if I weren't in the right mindset, it would feel awful. But I'm enjoying it because I decided to. And I think that's the biggest thing about fasting is deciding how you're going to feel about this visceral urge that the body does. And the body says, there's something to be worried about here. The body is worrying. The body is saying, help me, I'm afraid. This feels urgent. So there's all a pleading sort of feeling going on with this urgency to eat. And, I know that with being, I would say I'm a good 15 pounds extra than I need to be. Because if I were 15 pounds lighter, I would be skinny. So I kind of like this 15 pounds, and my body does too, obviously. But I think if I were 300 pounds, my body would like to hold that as well. Because what the body is a holder. The body is a sacred temple that holds the Spirit of God. The body, however, is not a piece of meat. I like to call her the meat suit, but really she is the sacred temple. Point being, you don't know God if you don't have a bod. Oh, I like that. I just made that up. You don't know God if you don't have a bod. So therefore, how can the most sacred divine spirit land anywhere except for inside a sacred divine body? Right? It's the two. Once again, I'm a macroneurotic at heart, yin and yang. One goes without the other. The couple is dancing. You've got to have an innie and an outie. And I know if you're gay, there's another level of energy exchange, blah, 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 transgender, blah, blah, blah. But I'm talking about basic energy. The body wants to hold on. The body holds on to whatever it has. If the body has fat, it holds that. Right? I wonder if even the body holds disease. Point being, my body is saying, feed me. And I'm feeling this hollow center from my throat down to my gullet. And it's like, oh, fill that up, fill it up. If I was horny, then my pussy would be, fill that up, you see. So there's always something the body wants filled. What do we want to fill it with? And this is the addict's problem then, is that the addict wants to fill with something, whatever they're used to. So addicted to food, I want to fill it with food. Addicted to sex, I want to fill it with cocks. Addicted to booze, I want to fill it with fantasy, with a lighter feeling. Whatever it is, the body is an addict. She wants to be filled up all the time. this is the spiritual, then this is the spiritual challenge in any spiritual endeavor, is how are we going to fill that vessel, and what's that going to hold, and what are we going to call these things? Because I think naming is part of it as well, and I think that because I say it all the time. The name is important. This sacred body, this temple, this beautiful device that we get to walk around in and smell with and feel with and see with and touch with, this is exquisite. And this hunger then is also exquisite. And that then relates to the North Node of astrology. So I will rant on about this in future, but my 6 minutes are coming to an end. And these are 6-minute talks, so there you go. Get hungry, fast for a little while, enjoy your hunger. Be with it, be hungry.